freedoms, bot and bug divers alike. Tonight's musical intro is Guided Missiles by the Cufflinks, played upon request for Jacob Irving 8999. This song is a special shout-out to the Eliminate Order, wherever you freaks went off to, and if you ever decide to come back, rest assured, there are plenty more guided missiles where those came from. So, the top news of the day is, well, there isn't any. As far as I can tell, nothing has really happened today. As usual, the bot and bug divers have been fighting a custody battle over Decay. Last time I looked at it, the bot divers threw something big and heavy enough at the TQC to knock out whoever was working the voting terminal at the time, and they stole the station back to Gaellivare when nobody was looking. Honestly, it really does feel like these two factions within the Liberation Fleet will never get along. The only things they dislike more than each other are probably the Illuminate, who they will come together to smash back into the void before returning to each other's throats. Though I do want to talk of recent events. It has come to my attention that some within the Pacific Night Crew fleet did not appreciate not being able to fully secure equality on sea during the recent invasion. First, don't blame us. Blame the squids. They are the ones trying to set your town on fire. Focus. Second, it was an ongoing invasion. Read your tooltips, my friends. Menlas are there for a reason. Third, and perhaps the most importantly, I ran the math on this. Altogether, this so-called review bomb accounted for about 4,621 people. Almost 3 million divers participated in the defense of our planet last week. That is 0.155% of the player base, rounding up. This accounts for about 10 times less of a percent of the overall Liberation Fleet population than the percent of liberation they couldn't get for equality on sea, which is what they were complaining over in the first place. Yeah, legitimately, they were complaining that they could not get equality on sea back up to 100% control with about 55 Illuminate overships parked in the sky like Goodyear blimps. But that is off topic. My point is that 99.845% of the population fought bravely to defend our home. If I got that on a test, I would not complain. Though I might call the teacher an undemocratic tightwad. In fact, I feel a visual aid is required here. Let's put this into proper perspective. This is the recent review bomb. And this is the response to the event that Steam labeled PSN Shenanigans last summer. Doesn't really compare, does it? Don't let the clickbait artists fool you into thinking that there's a problem here. There isn't. These so-called review bombers did less damage than the Chaos Divers. Aside from that, Terrek is coming along nicely, and Gaellivare is bringing up the rear with a pretty evenly divided population. Besides the explosions taking place on these planets, it felt like a really calm, easy day with the Helldiver Corps getting in some much-needed weapon leveling. Now, I do have something that I would like to run by you all, Helldivers. I made this particular art piece that I plan on posting to the Super Reddit boards tomorrow, and if I know much about anything, boy howdy is that one gonna open up a can of worms, but I'm not afraid. This is an edit that I made from the Primed and Anarchy Chaos Diver-focused Cape Overhaul mod, link in the description below. It was actually extremely easy to install. Like, it only took someone as blonde as me a few minutes to figure it out. Something that I am going to try to kick off tomorrow is Super Earth Pride, and I want to expand on its meaning. This should be a message of hope and pride to all, regardless of sexuality or orientation. You should be proud of who you are. You should conduct yourself with grace, self-esteem, and confidence. You should always be preparing for the next fight because, like it or not, there are certain beings out there that are going to try to take your freedom away from you, demand that you live their way. Beings who will try to erase you, try to erase me, simply for the crime of being who we are, living where we are, loving who we love, and believing the way we do. Let them try, I say. We all saw what happened to the last pack of jokers who tried to blow through town, didn't we? How is that shattered ego treating you, Noctalia? Aw, he's shy. The point is, if you have the strength to offer, and we said, "Get bent, weirdo," before booting him out the door. Super Earth is proud. Super Earth stands. And we all are of Super Earth. We are Helldivers. And we are proud of that. And that's been Liberty's Latest with me, Pondera the Radio Angel. Are we going to see a new major order tomorrow? Maybe? Probably? Hopefully? It does feel like High Command is taking their sweet time with putting Super Earth back together, and we did just get done with a massive campaign. Everyone is exhausted right now, so we should appreciate the downtime. You never know when you might be called up once more to fight. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for Super Earth.